Hello, everybody. I am Jeff Ahrens with Scott Realty Group and 3DX Realty. I was going to go over a quick market analysis update of both the national real estate market and what we're seeing here in Southeast Michigan. I got my notes here, so hopefully I don't miss anything. So let's jump right into the national market. Currently, the market is moving towards a more balanced market. The inventory is improving. Buyers are having more options than they've had in the past. Houses are staying on the market a little bit longer. Sellers are having to be a little bit more realistic in their pricing. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in this update. Multiple offers situation still happens, but you've got to price those sales correctly. So the market's really not overheated anymore. But there's still a good amount of demand there. Existing home sales for the month of April rose slightly, just 0.2%. Current home sales for annualized about 4.2 or 4.02 million for the year, but sales did come in a little bit under economist expectations. And that's mostly because mortgage rates are still high. So people are a little bit concerned with affordability. So if you're locked into a 3 or 4% mortgage rate, why would you want to get into a mid-6 right now? So that's kind of keeping things slower. That leads us to mortgage rates. 30-year rate right now is in the mid-6s. And that's what economists think are going to happen for the next rest of the year. It's probably going to stay in that 6.2 to 6.5% rate throughout the year unless things change. They have raised slightly over the last couple of weeks, and that's just being moved by inflation and market instability. The markets really don't like uncertainty, and with everything going on in the world right now, we have a lot of uncertainty. So just expect for that rest of 2026, probably going to be the expectations are that the rates are going to stay in that 6.2 to 6.5% rate. Inventory for housing is improving, but it's not improving the same everywhere. National housing, 4% increase in inventory, but it just depends on what your local area is as to whether or not that you're seeing that improvement in inventory. And that improved inventory is leading to a little bit more leverage for buyers. There's more houses on the market in some markets, so you can get back to not having to write an offer where you don't get an inspection and you have an elevator clause and all of those things. That's in most markets that's gone away. But first-time buyers are still struggling with affordability because of those increased interest rates. So that just kind of drives up the monthly costs. Home prices are still near record highs. Median U.S. home price is about $417,000, and they're still increasing, but the rate of increase has slowed because buyers are becoming more selective. So if you're a seller, this means you can't overprice. You have to present your house well, and you have to market your house well. So homes that are move-in ready, that are updated, energy efficiency is important these days, and properly pricing homes. What I've seen here in my market is if houses are overpriced when they first come on the market, they're going to sit, and I think it's going to scare. Like I've seen several houses that are nice houses, but were overpriced when they came on the market, and they just sit for a long time because it just kind of scares and puts off buyers. So the Midwest has been a little bit different. Midwest has been outperforming other areas of the country. Michigan, Wisconsin, other Midwest states have some strong market right now. And that's because there's better affordability. There's a little bit stronger local demand, and the pricing has been stable. So the Midwest happens to be one of the best values in the country right now. Michigan, what we're seeing here, prices are still rising, modestly though. Inventory is improving slightly. Homes are selling relatively quick, especially if, like we said, they're priced well and they're marketed well. And buyers are remaining active. I mean, the houses that are priced right and are good houses are seeing, they're getting lots of visits, they're getting lots of showings, and yeah, they're selling in a relatively quick time. The average Michigan home price right now is $263,000, and that's a 4.2% increase over last year. Southeast Michigan, areas like Ann Arbor, Brighton, South Lyon, Whitmore Lake, Saline, Fenton, strong buyer demand, competitive entry-level homes, and the interest is really around those strong school districts, Ann Arbor, Brighton, Saline, South Lyon. So buyers are becoming much more, payment focused, and that's just kind of goes with all of those things that we've talked about so far. Seller strategy in 2026, like we said, proper pricing. Don't overprice. We have found it's better to be competitive in your pricing, and those are the situations in which you'll receive multiple offers rather than being able to throw a house out there and hoping that you get the right price for it. Professional photography is important. You just can't throw, pictures with your smartphone on there anymore. Strong online marketing. We've been doing a lot more videos in our group, preparing that home so it's move-in ready so that people can see that home and say, hey, this is something that I can, move into right away. And just having that local market knowledge of what the prices should be in that area. So like we said, the time of just throwing houses out there, because there's going to be multiple offers because there's not enough inventory. Those are gone. So mortgage rates, taxes. One of the things that I want to do a video on is uncapping, so that people are aware, especially in Michigan, about what uncapping means with regards to property taxes and how that can affect your home's affordability. But 2026, this update, it's all about getting finding a real estate agent that has expertise in that area, finding a group that works for you, working with financiers, having accurate pricing, being able to negotiate both from the seller and the buyer perspective, and having a good marketing strategy if you're selling a house. So that is the market update for today. I think we've got May 18th today. Again, my name is Jeff Ahrens, and I work with Scott Realty Group and 3DX Realty, and I will see you guys in the very next market update. Thanks for watching.